There's no denying that tourism spurs Dubai's economy. It drives the Emirates' GDP and generates employment. Not surprising that a city with a population base no larger than 2.3 million has 7 times as many tourists coming in every year. And I'm one of them, again. Back then, we were exploring how Dubai's tourism fought an economic downturn. So whether we were exploring the business that a newly opened Taj Dubai could generate, or going through the paces of our first scuba dive at the ever-buzzing Atlantis the Palm, or when we were indulging in a round of golf at one of the many plush courses in the Emirate, it was rather clear that Dubai's strategy is to leverage its tourism, especially through luxury hospitality. They say a lot changes in Dubai in a very short span of time. I can certainly say that since the last time I was here 2 years ago, the landscape has certainly changed. But also, is luxury changing? Here I am, just outside the Palazzo Versace in Dubai. It's the only offering that Versace as a brand has outside Australia. And here I am to figure out whether the luxury market in the UAE is making itself that much more inclusive, and whether properties like this are changing their approach to luxury. Sure enough, we know Versace as a brand for its fashion, but here it's all about hospitality. In fact, it's the only other Versace branded hotel in the world apart from the one in Australia. Step inside and you're taken in by the opulence. The mosaic of the Medusa, made famous by Gianni Versace himself. The check chandelier. The neoclassical columns. And of course the furnishings, which are obviously reflective of their legendary prince. Step outside the lobby and you'll see how the hotel's infinity pool does not predictably look out over the ubiquitous Dubai skyline. The Palazzo Versace, with its many rooms and suites, has views that open out across the creek. So how does Versace position itself in the hotel business? Does the strength of its brand value rub off in this property that opened its doors only a couple of years ago? In line with Dubai's promise of building unique luxury propositions, this hotel was aiming to provide the world's first air-conditioned beach. That didn't fly. In fact, market rumors suggested that the property struggled to secure project funding in the wake of the global downturn. But despite the hiccups, this property that took more than $620 million to set up is now up and running, with General Manager Sandra Tikal at the helm. Hello, Sandra. Such a pleasure to meet you, Sandra. Lovely. Well. And what a lovely hotel. My God.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's very special.
My first experience. Sandra joined the Palazzo Versace Gold Coast, Australia as General Manager in the year 2000. But after the UAE developer Ensha took 100% ownership of this Versace-branded Dubai project, she came in as General Manager, instrumental in its design and branding. She walks me through their most expensive suite.
Bikram, I can't wait to show you the Imperial Suite. We have 2. They're 1,200 square meters, and we're so proud of them. They're very, very special. It's an authentic palace. So all the mosaics that you will see, 4th generation Italian artisans have done all the mosaics. What you saw in the lobby, what you will see in every bathroom, in every hotel room actually, and all throughout the Imperial Suites. There's a lot of hand painting that you would have seen in the lobby in the hotel. Our Vanitas restaurant is completely hand painted. We flew in Italian artisans to paint. We have people that just come and visit for the sole purpose of taking photographs in different places in the hotel as well.
Right. So then, if you're going to create unique experiences, and I know that you're offering this property for Indian weddings too, that market is going to be an important one to tap. But that's something that so many businesses are doing too.
We love Indian weddings. I don't think anyone celebrates like the Indians do at a wedding, and I don't know how everyone gets up the next morning. It starts early and it finishes late, but it's the joy that everyone has of being together, and then of course all the colour, all the beautiful saris, and actually there's an amazing tailored menswear as well, which I didn't really know much about. So, and then of course you see the different regions and different food, the Jain, and then the mixed weddings that come in. It's I think we are perfectly designed for Indian weddings, and we do pride ourselves in wanting people to feel like they're at home when they're with us. We have a very strong Indian market, which started last November with the weddings, but now we're seeing a lot more of the individual travellers coming here and business as well.
Right.
Chinese market is very strong. For us, the Russian market is growing very, very well. The UK, Europe market also, and of course, we have always been very well supported by the GCC market. So we have a beautiful mix, and because we're spread out, no one feels overwhelmed or that a hotel has been taken over by one nationality as such. Everyone blends beautifully across. You have your people out by the pools that have come for the sun, and those that have come for the brand and just move from place to place, taking selfies.
Building the leisure experience, including the spa, would be an interesting piece, and obviously that's something that I want to try out. But Sandra, thank you so much for showing me around the Imperial Suite.
The spa, the Palazzo Versace, is like many others you may have visited at five-star hotels with all the trappings. Treatment rooms with signature Medusa mosaics, relaxation areas, a vitality pool, and this suite with a private jacuzzi where I get myself a facial. The secret ingredient here is champagne.
Well, you could argue that consuming champagne and having it applied on your face can be two entirely different things. What I'd have to tell you is that both give you a high. This one is of intense relaxation.
At one time, a spa like this would restrict services only for hotel guests. But the inclusivity is most obvious in its ultimate package, which anyone can sign up for. So for 4,200 dirhams, you get limousine transfers, breakfast, lunch, and a host of beauty and massage therapies, all packed in a day.
The rest and relaxation part of the hospitality business can never be exaggerated, especially in the luxury hospitality space. In fact, the last time we were here in Dubai, we went to the iconic Burj Al Arab and tried out one treatment at the spa. The views from those rooms were absolutely gorgeous.
Even during my last visit to Dubai, when I visited the Burj Al Arab Jumeirah for the first time, it was to test out the proposition of the much-touted Taliz Spa. While the new VAT introduced this year in Dubai has made services at salons and spas more expensive, it's still a strong business driver. Besides the Italian influence that Versace has brought in, the more recently opened Bulgari has a low-rise Mediterranean design, an antidote perhaps to Dubai's skyscraping culture. There is also the Armani Hotel that's lodged inside the iconic Burj Khalifa. And the QE2 docked at Port Rashid is floating luxury if you please. There are in fact over 100 five-star properties and at least 50 more that are in the making. The average spend in any of them would be an average of $2,000 a visitor a night, and that makes it among the highest in global tourism hubs. We'll take a small break and return to the many experiences that Dubai has been building to keep its allure as one of the world's most attractive tourist destinations alive. The impact of lower oil revenues has been hitting the United Arab Emirates in recent times. It doesn't help that economies in the surrounding Gulf countries have weakened as well. So costs in Dubai are rising and reducing its appeal. Dubai's property market on pace to record its worst year since 2012. It's little wonder then that Dubai is dipping into the tried and tested hospitality and tourism sectors to pull itself out of the woods. And infusing experiences into travel itineraries could be the game changer.
Welcome back. Now, if you've ever thought of jumping off a plane from a height into the sea, perhaps the Palm even, here in Dubai, you get a chance to do it with Skydive. That's what I've signed up for, and you see those people coming down in parachutes. Even before that happens, there is a good amount of free falling that happens. I've signed up for just that. Let's go and experience it.
If you're getting set for the thrill of a lifetime in a tandem skydive, it won't come in a rush. You'll have to brace yourself for a long wait to get your turn. Yes, there are enough and more people making a beeline to knock this off their bucket lists. Instructors are at hand to guide you on the ground about the do's and don'ts way before you start that free fall at over 190 kilometers an hour. And if that's enough to give you butterflies in the stomach, consider the fact that there's a videographer at hand to capture all your anxieties.
Then seems like you understand all the briefing, right?
Yes, I understand it.
Any questions?
No, nothing so far.
That's good. And tell where you from?
I'm from India, from Mumbai.
And what do you do here in Dubai?
I am here filming for my show Aspire for my channel BTEI.
Welcome to Skydive Dubai, and I'll see you soon on the plane. Bye.
But it's when you queue up to take to the skies with your tandem partner, in my case Monica, that you start feeling the palpitations of what's about to happen. And rest assured, what happens, every twitch, every heartbeat is all on camera, waiting for you on a pen drive. That's if you make it through the dive. Well, here's how it goes for me.
5 more minutes and we jump. How you feel? My friend.
This is one of the most awesome experiences that I would have ever had in my life. You see the Palm down there, you see the Burj Khalifa, closer up you see the Burj Al Arab, and it was a clear day. You could even see the depths of the waters that you were most likely going to jump into. It was one of the best experiences in my life, and Monica made it supremely excellent.
Well, thanks so much for the jump, my friend.
Thank you
I
so
really
much.
appreciate the jump with you. See you next time.
Even the last time we were in Dubai, we took a chopper ride that flew us over a couple of Dubai's biggest attractions. Though we didn't jump off the skies back then, at Atlantis the Palm, we did take a dive of another kind. Again, one we'd never tried before.
This is a place where you get to do a lot of the adventure activities that perhaps many of us wouldn't have tried back home. Here's a place that promises safety in the kind of adventure sports that it offers. I'm about to take my first scuba diving lesson, and the sharks in here seem pretty welcoming.
My name is Bruce. I'll be your instructor. Okay, so I'll give you a short briefing in this activity. If I'm asking you, are you okay? If you're okay, response, yeah, I'm okay.
Right.
Do like this. Do not kick like this.
Yeah.
Because it's grabbing. Also, it's tiring.
There you go. I've got my instructions and now the suit as well before I take my first scuba diving lesson. It's going to be quite an experience. I'm headed off to change. All set for the deep dive. I think the sharks are ready for me. I am for them.
Think of it as going for a deep dip in a big, large tank, full of this heady variety of sea life. I'm told the real deal in the deep blue sea isn't quite as beautiful. For one, you won't see such a beautiful collection of fish. And chances are, you won't get to sit on a throne like this on the seabed. But hey, they do give you a PADI accreditation at the end, which qualifies you for the next level of scuba diving training out in the ocean. And boy, do you feel ready for it after this.
You know, it takes a while to get used to the breathing under the water, but once you're on it, and if you have a good trainer with you like Bruce over here, then you experience bliss, because that's exactly what you get when you're deep inside the ocean as well. And this is the closest that you can come for the first time that you're taking your scuba diving lessons. I've had mine, and I can tell you it was mind-blowing.
Building tourism infrastructure in Dubai has gone beyond making the tallest buildings and the largest malls. Even though it may not be the greatest golfing destination, there are a slew of courses here to choose from. For the family, Dubai Parks and Resorts, that was only in the making when we visited the Emirate a couple of years ago, has grown into the Middle East's largest integrated leisure and entertainment destination, with a 46% rise in traffic year on year. And this after clocking big losses post its opening. This time, however, we decide to drop in for a Broadway-styled show called La Pearl.
If Dubai is all about building experiences, here's one that I've signed up for. La Pearl over here is supposed to be an acrobatic experience. There's a lot of water involved, and this is a specifically structured, a specifically purposed kind of space for this kind of experience. I'm here to test it out myself.
Resident theatre shows are not common in Dubai. In fact, La Pearl is the first of its kind, housed permanently in this 10-storied water theatre. While you may be confused by the storylines, it's the wow factor of those 25-meter dives of acrobats into the pool, the daredevilry of Brazilian bikers who rev it up inside this gigantic metal ball, and the amazing beats that emanate from this 360 robotic drum, all on a stage that literally pours down a monsoon's worth of water that would make you go gaga. Yes, there's enough happening here to drop a few jaws. All created by Belgian artistic director Franco Dragone, known best for his work with Cirque du Soleil and Le Rêve in Las Vegas.
Franco, doesn't call it multidisciplinary, he calls it transdisciplinary. So he wants these guys not just to be a performer or an acrobat or a clown or a dancer. He wants them to be all sorts of things, and he pushes people to their limit to see what they can do, and it's really amazing.
Clearly, Dubai draws in international talent in the entertainment business to cater to the wide range of tourists it continues to draw in.
There's lots more to see here in Dubai, and we're going to keep doing that.
And beyond the entertainment and hospitality is Dubai's enduring label as a shopping destination. But has that element taken a beating in recent times because of rising prices? That and a one-of-its-kind Rolls-Royce boutique coming up on Aspire from Dubai. Do stay with us. While Dubai's ability to sell luxury remains undiminished, when an economy dials down, it can often take a toll on the mammoth infrastructure that supports it. But despite the challenges, luxury brands choose Dubai to put their best foot forward, not least of which is Rolls-Royce. In Dubai, one of their largest dealers, AGMC, has created a one-of-its-kind boutique, and this Phantom 8 is taking me there for a look-see. Built with an investment of $5.5 million, this boutique is spread over 7,300 square feet. And Mamdukh Heral is the general manager here.
Hello, Mr. Kerala.
Mr. Vikram.
Such a pleasure to meet you.
Outside the Rolls-Royce studio in Goodwood, UK, this boutique is the only one that gives prospective buyers the whole 9 yards on their pricey set of wheels. Mamdukh Heral walks me through the spectrum. The Inspiration Studio, where you can indulge in some local art, the Affinity Partner Display that showcases goods of partner brands, the virtual reality configurators, and staging for the newly launched cars.
Of taking care of you when you are coming out of the car.
Of course.
And make sure that you are under the umbrella of Rolls-Royce if it's raining or it's sunny.
Yeah.
But the most interesting part of the boutique is upstairs at the Bespoke Atelier, where you can personalize your car in a variety of ways.
Now, we have a two-tone color for the customers.
Right.
From the ostrich leather.
This is ostrich leather?
Yep.
And
crocodile leather.
yeah.
Okay.
I see color on both sides.
It's another example of what the wood can be done. This is a piece of metal inserted. It's stainless steel which is inserted in the wood. He can do a signature for you. So if that's the logo of your company, that can be the thing which is on there on the side of the car. It's
of wood?
different pieces of wood. It's not a color.
Yes.
This is piece of wood. That black one for the nails, it's a different piece. Like the clothes here, it's a different piece. Over here, again, the steering wheel in two-tone. You can see that one.
Yes, it looks lovely.
You can choose your stitches.
The stitches.
Yeah,
There's a lot of variety happening there too.
yeah.
So again, you can mix and match a lot of different colors. That's something that you can do all over the car.
When we talk about the Indian community, we definitely have to serve them. But when you think about the peacock, when you think about the tiger,
Yes.
there's many other cultures which is consider those two
Yes.
as something which they love to have.
Right.
And the tiger went for an African customer, the peacock went for an Iranian customer, the elephant went to an African customer.
That seems like a test case for how Indian themes are becoming globally that much more acceptable.
While a boutique such as this goes a long way in further building brand perception, one of the many reasons that Indians love going to Dubai is for the shopping. Yes, maybe not a Rolls-Royce, but certainly for the luxury brands that sell their wares in well-appointed stores in sprawling malls. I'm heading to the largest, Dubai Mall, which has opened the Fashion Avenue extension in early 2018. There is a belief that rising prices may dent Dubai's standing as a shopping destination. And at a time that the retail market is in a transitional phase, with a huge amount of supply coming online, several experts are apprehensive about this extension to the massive Dubai Mall, predicting that deflationary risks, pressure on rents, and occupancy drops may hit it hard.
The fashion extension here at the very well-known Dubai Mall is a very recent development. It was created because many of these brands required larger spaces to create personalized luxury experiences. That hasn't really started, which is why we're not experiencing it right now. They're waiting for more talent to come their way to conduct these experiences.
But for all the hurdles that exist, Dubai is egged on by its aim of reaching 25 million visitors by 2020-21, when the Emirate hosts the World Expo. But until then, we can rest assured that the sparkling lights and the dancing fountains will continue to draw in their charmed spectators. Thanks for joining us in Dubai on Aspire.